Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to be listening to Chapter 9, which is called Jumbo, of our P.T. Barnum book. Here we go. Taylor surprised everyone by marrying again in September 1874. He was 64 years old. His new wife was 24-year-old Nancy Fish, the daughter of John Fish, one of Taylor's friends. Taylor and Nancy moved into a new seaside house in Connecticut. Taylor's daughters all had children by this time, and Taylor entertained his grandchildren with pony rides, pranks, and magic tricks, just as his own fun-loving grandfather had for him. Taylor cared deeply about Connecticut, and especially the town of Bridgeport. When he was asked to run for mayor of the city in 1875, he gladly agreed. He went on to be elected as a representative to the State General Assembly after he won his mayoral race in 1875. He even ran for the U.S. Senate in 1880, but unfortunately he lost. That was okay by Taylor, though. He was proud to serve his state, but he was a showman at heart. He was still busy with his circus. Later that year, Taylor decided to end his partnership with Coop and Costello. He had received an offer to work with James A. Bailey, another very successful circus manager, and he thought they could put on an even bigger show together. When the circus went back on the road in the spring of 1881, it had a new addition, a third ring, to make room for acts and bigger audiences. Just a year later, Taylor made the biggest addition to his circus yet, Jumbo the elephant. Jumbo was born in East Africa or around 1860. He was the first known African elephant to be brought from Europe. He had been a popular part of Regent Park Zoo in London since 1865. Jumbo was 11 feet tall and weighed 6 tons, making him the largest elephant in captivity. Thousands of people a year came to see Jumbo at the zoo, feed him treats, and even ride him. Taylor had always been fond of elephants and had wished he could bring Jumbo to the United States to join his circus. In 1882, he offered Regent's Park Zoo $10,000 for Jumbo. He never thought the zoo would sell him, though. To everyone's surprise, the zoo accepted Taylor's offer. Londoners were sad to see their beloved Jumbo taken away. Newspapers printed angry articles on the sale of Jumbo. Thousands of children wrote letters to the zoo, to Jumbo, and to Taylor. The London Zoological Society went to court to try and stop the sale, but failed. Taylor thought this was great publicity. He made sure that everyone in America knew how upset the British were about losing Jumbo. He wanted to let Americans know that they would be lucky to have a chance to see Jumbo in person. When it was time for Jumbo to walk from the zoo to the ship that would carry him to America, Jumbo laid down in a London street and refused to move. The British saw this as evidence that Jumbo didn't want to leave them. Taylor said to let him stay as long as he wanted. It was free advertising. Eventually, Jumbo boarded the ship to New York. Americans were already in the grip of Jumbo mania by the time the huge elephant arrived in 1882. Jumbo was the star of the circus for the next few years. Many people came to the show just to see the 6-ton elephant. But on September 15, 1885, tragedy struck. The circus was in Ontario, Canada. After the last show of the night, the animals were being led onto their train cars when an unexpected train came rushing down the tracks and hit Jumbo. The force of the crash was so great that it knocked the train right off the tracks. The famous elephant died within minutes. And now we have a special guest reader to finish it up.
all over the world were deeply saddened by Jumbo's death. But Taylor had an idea that would give people one more chance to see Jumbo. Taylor had the huge African elephant stuffed. He preserved the skeleton separately. Stuffed Jumbo went on tour with the circus alongside with his very own skeleton. The Double Jumbo exhibit was very popular. When the tour was finished, Jumbo's skeleton was sent to the American Museum of Natural History in New York. The stuffed Jumbo was sent to the Tufts University in Massachusetts, where Taylor had donated money to build the Barnum Museum of Natural History, now called the Barnum Hall. Taylor had made Jumbo into a big star, and Jumbo had helped make the circus a lasting success. And that's the end of this chapter.
I hope you enjoyed listening to that reading on Jumbo. Started out pretty happy, and it had a little bit of a sad ending. Ready for the last chapter tomorrow, chapter 10, the end of the show.